Dark Friends fan theory paints Ross as a creepy, obsessed boyfriend. Jennifer Aniston talk about Friends reboot. It would be boring. Jennifer Aniston discusses why a Friends reunion will never happen. December 3, 2016. 8 months ago. /display/ News Corp Australia.com/web/ News Network, Entertainment, syndicated / Ross screaming at Rachel is the equivalent to the volume of Claire's tweets. A new Friends fan theory paints Ross Geller as a controlling and devious boyfriend who didn't love Rachel Green but in reality harbored a dangerous obsession towards her. Twitter user Claire Willett unleashed a 100-tweet character assassination of the popular sitcom character, and it's got people seeing the goofy archaeologist in a damning new light, The Sun reports. Jennifer Aniston and David Schwimmer in Friends. Her argument, which rambles across a long stream of tweets, is basically that Jennifer Aniston's iconic character Rachel should have stayed with Joey Tribbiani, as he respected her as an individual and their short relationship was based on a genuine friendship. Joey and Rachel briefly got together at the end of Series 8, with their unusual union spilling into the start of Series 9, too. However, Claire claims that Ross, Rachel was only ever the girl he fancied at school, and that is why their relationship was always going to be toxic. She raged, "Everything is always fraud. Fighting, jealousy, possessiveness, drama. Their relationship looks exhausting. Joey, respecting Rachel's feelings. Ross, needing to win every FG time. Joey is the person who most often tells Ross dude she's not interested when she's clearly not. The one who notices what Rachel wants. He doesn't have all this, but he's loved her forever." False nostalgia that makes them all feel like Ross has earned Rachel by waiting. This is why nice guys are often so much shadier than openly, unapologetically promiscuous guys like Joey. Joey's feelings for Rachel were born out of genuine friendship. The bottom line is, the Rachel Ross fell in love with was a teenage fantasy he never outgrew that may have been an illusion all along. Ross fell in love with the picture of himself as the kind of man who could date a Rachel, and on some level that was always what he wanted. Whereas Joey fell in love with a bright, funny, competent single mother he'd been friends with for 7 years and knew inside out already. Willett advocated for the Joey and Rachel relationship. Claire also claims that Ross didn't want Rachel to have a successful career as he liked her being a lowly waitress. She argues, Rachel deserved someone who understood why her career was important to her. Ross sabotaged her career at every turn. He was tired of having a relationship with her answering machine. He was jealous of all her male colleagues. He fell asleep at a work event he demanded she take him to. Over and over Ross trivialized her passions, even though I would argue that Rachel's career was always her most interesting arc. Claire's furious online rant, which has been liked tens of thousands of times, then goes up a gear with several tweets written entirely in capitals as she reminisces about how Rachel ducked out of a promotion in France to stay in New York with the sneaky nerd. She types, "Every step up the ladder towards career success that Rachel takes is interpreted as a step away from him. It's so FD up. No one in the effing world loves Rachel Green more than Monica Geller, and yet Monica still wanted her to get on that plane for Paris. Rachel was maxed out at her old job. She'd gone as high as she could. She said so repeatedly. There was nothing left for her professionally in New York, and the Paris job was her literal dream. Her friends wanted her to take it. Because IT's always about him. Hey, am I supposed to think it's romantic that Ross went behind Rachel's back to her boss to make him take her back because don't? Hey, am I supposed to think it's a sign of love that he only wants a Rachel who is economically and professionally subordinate to him? Hard FG pass, time. SHE should have gone to Paris and taken several lovers and realized that SHE outgrew Ross decades ago. Ross screaming at Rachel is the equivalent to the volume of Claire's tweets. She also slams the writers of the program for taking the easy route and ending the show with Ross and Rachel married, rather than her settling down with Joey. Despite the program ending 13 years ago, people are still very interested in Claire's train of thought. One tweeted, "Joey has the best chemistry with Phoebe. Ross and Rachel are both terrible people and they belong together." Another said that Rachel was just as bad, writing, "Or the fact Rachel ruins a number of Ross relationships, also she was just as bad if not worse at times."